Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here, and today we're going to be starting up a new series playing the game Factorio. Now, Factorio is a kind of factory construction and logistics management simulator, where the premise is that your character has become stranded on an alien world, and you have to use the resources available to you to build an increasingly sophisticated factory complex, using increasingly sophisticated technology to ultimately build a spacecraft capable of achieving orbits and getting you off the planet, in theory. The one kind of twist is that there are insectoid alien creatures that live on this planet that are none too happy about you creating lots of noise and pollution. And so they will express their unhappiness with the situation. And you have to defend yourself. And they also evolve over time, becoming increasingly harder to deal with. So you have to also become increasingly more sophisticated defense systems. I have been playing this game for quite a bit, and I do enjoy it a lot. So I wanted to go ahead and fire up a series. It's gonna be a bit tight in my schedule to do it, but I think I can manage it. I'm hoping to do 3 episodes a week, but we may only be able to get 2 in during some times. We'll have to see how it goes. Because I'm very much kind of stressing my schedule at the moment to do this. So the game, I believe, is still currently in alpha, actually. So a lot of new features and functions are being added as the game develops. The current version that we're running is 0.16.36. That may change. We'll have to see, as things develop, if new versions come out. Now, what we're also going to be doing is playing with a significant number of mods. And the mods we're going to be playing with are Angel's mods and Bob's mods. And we're going with all of Bob's mods and all of Angel's mods, except for the ones that haven't been updated for some reason. So, if those do get updated and become compatible with the 0.16 version at some point, we'll bring them in. What do Angel's and Bob's mods do? Well, what they do is they basically overhaul the entire game, replacing all the base resources, a lot of the technologies, and stuff you can do to make the game significantly more complex. And then Angel's takes what Bob's does and just adds an entirely new layer of complexity on top of it. So, those people who are familiar with playing vanilla base Factorio, when they throw Angels and Bobs in, they can just blow their brains because they have no idea what they're doing. I've been playing with these a lot, and I really enjoy them, so we're going to go with it. I have already actually set up a save file that we're going to be going with, but what I want to do is kind of show you what we're going to be doing. We're going to be choosing a rail world, which means the resource patches are large and spread far apart to encourage the uses of trains. Now the biters, which are the enemy creatures, won't create any new bases or re-expand in the cleared territory. So they won't create any new nests, and once you clear them, they're gone. The actual map exchange string that I'm going to be using is this. I'm actually going to post the map exchange string in the video description so that if you want to use it, you can. For resource settings, I'm going with this. I've kind of set things up here for frequency. We're going with very big, very good, rich, because Angels and Bobs needs tons of resources. If you think you have enough resources, you don't. Terrain settings, we're going with lots and lots of trees. So that should be interesting. And for water settings, we're going very low frequency, but very big. And what this tends to actually do is create very large lakes and even kind of ocean-sized areas of water. So we'll see how that plays in. Starting area is going to be big. One significant change that we're going to be doing here is the enemy evolution mechanics. Now, excuse me. Ooh, something just caught in my throat. All right. I've never actually really tried this, so I have no idea how well or not it's going to work. But I have significantly decreased the destroy factor for evolution, which is how fast the biters evolve based on how many enemy spawners I destroy. But I have significantly increased the pollution factor, so they will now evolve a lot faster if I'm creating a lot of pollution. So that should be interesting. So the goal is going to try to be to keep pollution down as much as possible. It's not going to be, possible to completely eliminate it, but we're going to try and go with like solar energy and some things to try to eliminate, well, maybe not eliminate, but reduce how much pollution we're making, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Oh, one other thing. Enemy bases, yes. I increased them to high, I made them medium and regular richness. So while they are not going to expand and take new territory, they are going to be a bit difficult to deal with on their own. So that is what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and load into the map I created, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, I have loaded into the game and actually set my color to be this kind of bright purplish color. Primarily, I'm looking for a color that kind of stands out against the green background, so to make it easier for people to kind of see my character. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Alright, so what do we need to do to get started? Well, first off, we need to start gathering some resources. So we have the various ore patches. We have, let's see, what we have available to us. We have a large patch of rubite ore. We have this kind of medium patch of stereotype ore. We have a pretty big patch of sapphirite ore. A nice patch of bobmonium, some coal, natural gas, multi-phase oil, and we have some, what are these things? Swamp gardens, and something else over here. But as you can see, these are pretty much the only resources we have in the area. This is what we need to use to kind of get started. And as you can see, we've got lots and lots and lots of trees. All right, first things first, we need to create a iron axe. And we need to create, I'm actually going to also create a burner inserter. So all devices need energy to run. And collect some wood here. Burner items will actually burn things for energy. So wood or coal or other things. Some sort of fuel for energy. Eventually we can generate electricity and use that for energy instead. But right now we're just going to gather some wood because we're going to need it. Because everything that we have right now actually is burner. And we can use wood. It's the easiest energy source we have at our disposal at the moment. Alright, so reposition my microphone a little bit. That's a little bit too high in my face. We need to put a burner inserter, or no, this is a burner mining drill down on the sapphirite patch, because the sapphirite is what we use to get, we can get iron, copper, silicon, nickel, rutile, which is titanium, if I remember correctly, and zinc, depending on how sophisticated our ore refinement process gets. But we'll see here. I'm going to put the burner ore crusher there, because then the little arrow points where the mining drill is going to dump its ore. We're going to dump it directly into the ore crusher and use the burner inserter to then stick that ore in the stone furnace. And this all needs fuel, so we'll go ahead and remember how to, there we go. Control right click, we'll just drop stuff in. Oh, right, we need to actually specify what we're going to be crushing. We need to crush sapphirite. It's going to create crushed sapphirite and crushed stone. And then it's going to stick it into, see, the burner inserter burns wood to operate, and we use wood to smelt the ore into iron plate. And we're going to need some more wood because we're going to run out pretty quick. Let's go ahead and start mining. I'm going to grab the dead trees first. And actually, I'm probably going to clear all these trees off this rubite deposit. Alright, and there is a day-night cycle, so another thing to deal with. Right, chop down some of these trees. Alright. Let's go ahead and there we go. Dump everything in there. I got some stone all over the sapphirite deposit. Big sandy rocks. Let's get rid of these. Because they're just going to be inconvenient and get in the way later, and we can use the stone. Because we used the stone to make new stone furnaces. So. Alright, we should have some plates in here now. Alright. Now, we need to make some more mining drills. I'm going to make 2 burner mining drills, and I'm going to come down here to our coal deposit, because there's a little trick we can do, to create a self-sustaining coal mine. We take 1 coal. Actually, let's bring it... Let's put it over here. 1 mine there, 1 mine there, and they feed each other directly. And we just need 1 coal, and stick it in there to get it started, and then that guy dumps a coal in there, starts that guy up, and they just build up coal infinite, well, not infinitely, but on their own. And we can use coal as a fuel source. Alright. But let's try and ramp up. Oh, let me turn on this so we can actually see what each building is doing. I want to get another burner mining drill, another stone furnace, and another burner inserter. Oh. Hold on. We need to get that crushed stone out of there. Put down the furnace. And there we go. Because the inserters will only insert the crushed sapphirite into the furnaces. Oh, there's a bunch of stone on my stereotype ore as well. Alright, let's get down here and see if we have any coal built up, as we should. A little bit. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my coal out on my tool belt instead of in my pack. Oh, that was the whole thing. I don't want to do that. Alright. And now I have a good source of iron plate. We are going to need some copper at the eventually, which we're going to be using the stereotype for copper. Because the stereotype can be broken down into copper, iron, cobalt, tin, uranium, and bauxite. Bauxite is aluminum. We don't quite need it just yet. What we're going to do instead is we're going to get another burner or crusher going. And 2 more burning mining drills. 2 more stone furnaces. 2 more burner inserters. And we're going to set up another set of this. Make sure you're set for salve crushing. And let's grab... Can I make 2 more mining? Yes, I can make 2 more mining drills. So what we can do is increase our coal output by rotating that around so we have a nice little circle. Everybody feeds each other. Alright, let's just grab some wood for that one burner. Drill that's out of fuel. Alright, let's actually get another iron axe just so that we have it, because the other one's wearing out. It's a little green bar there. There we go. Alright, with that, we can probably start setting up one of these little things for stereotype. Oop. Keep those guys going. We're not going to need a ton of copper to start with. Just, we need to get some going. Oh. Oh, I didn't get any furnaces. Furnaces. There we are. Oh, I did it again. There we go. Alright, now we need some fuel for it. Because the thing that's going to limit us the most to start with is going to be iron. Alright, so... set you to stereotype crushing. Oh, and one thing we need to check is this crushed stone. At the moment is just kind of a waste byproduct that we can't really do anything with. But we will eventually be able to do things with the crushed stone. Because what we can do is... where is it listed? There. We can turn crushed stone into stone. And then we can turn stone into things like stone furnaces. Eventually we can cook them into stone bricks. And then we can use the stone bricks to make things like stone pipe and stone walls. So... we're out of fuel on one of my drills. Let's go ahead and grab some more fuel. Now, what we need to get going soon is electricity production. So we need to start generating electricity, and we need to start doing some research because we have all this research to do. We want to do automation first, so I'll go ahead and queue it in. But we need to create a lab. But the lab requires power, so we need some electrical power. Which we very conveniently have this coal patch right next to this little pond here. So... I'm going to clear these trees, because I'm going to make this my first power generator. Alright, so I'm going to use boilers and steam engines for power. So we're going to need an offshore pump for water. And I am actually going to use some pipes. I could use copper pipe, but we'll use iron pipe for now. Just gotta let that stuff craft. We're gonna want to automate the production of pipes and all that kind of stuff at some point, but we have no automation tech, so we can't quite do it yet. Alright, let's grab a bunch of coal. Alright, offshore pump. I'm going to stick it there. Looks good. I'm gonna attach a piece of pipe to it. No, wrong spot. There we go. And I like to do this. It costs a lot of resources to do it, but I always like to do that so that you can actually move through it, because you can't run through pipe. If you create these giant walls of pipe without any kind of like gap in there, it can be very, very inconvenient to move around any kind of piping structures you have. All right, we have a boiler. Boiler takes in water, puts out steam. Do the same thing here. Oh. I'm going to attach my engines to there, and we're going to need coal in there to create the steam. And we're going to need some electric power poles to transmit the electricity. All right, we can use one to connect to both of those engines. And then I'm going to bring my electrical power probably up here. Kind of bring it centrally to where I'm going to be working here. All right, there we go. Oh, we have guys out of fuel. Grab all the stuff. All right. Now, something I want to do, now that I actually have some electricity, is get my coal feeding into my power plant automatically. So I'm going to create a couple of electric mining drills. Alright, and the first one's coming out now. There it is. We're going to drop that right there. Let me see, I might restructure where these power poles are. Hold on. Just like that. And now we need a way of getting the coal from these electric drills to my boiler. So I'm going to create a bunch of transport belts. And we're going to create a burner inserter. Alright, so now I have the transport belt, bringing the coal down. And then I'm going to use the burner inserter, because the burner inserter doesn't need electricity, and it can pull its own fuel off the belt. And then feed the boiler. Alright, now we need that lab. I'm also going to create a box, an iron chest, and a inserter. This is actually an electric inserter, not a burner inserter. Grab some more plates. All right, there is our lab. Just drop her there. Box. There. And insert her there. All right. So we need to make science pack 1s. Automation needs 10 of them. So if I right click, queue up 5, we'll make 10. Dump it in there. Now we could just dump them directly in, but this box is going to serve a purpose later. Oh, out of fuel. I have some wood. We don't necessarily always want to be burning wood because we use the wood to make wood, raw wood to make wood, and then that wood is used to make wooden boards. Wooden boards are used to make basic circuit boards, which are needed for a lot of things. Grab all that. All right. All right, there we go. So automation is now working. Keep everybody going. So let's just feed all that in. Let's grab that crushed stone. Alright. So now we just wait. Grab some more coal. Now it's going to be nighttime. Alright, last science pack. It's being processed now. And there we go, automation is done. So now we're going to be going for... You could really use logistics for splitters and underground belts. But I think I'm actually going to go for optics. Optics eventually leads to... laser turrets, but solar energy for solar panels. So, which we need a lot of stuff, but optics is one of the things we need to get. It's relatively easy. Alright, now, we want to set this up so we don't have to constantly be manually making the packs. So what we're going to do is we're going to queue up. See, what do we actually need to make the packs, right? Okay, we need iron gear wheels and copper plate. So we're going to need 2 assembling machines. All right, we're going to do the first one there. Actually... No, that's fine. First one there. And the next one is going to be... there, I think. Yes. No, hold on. We want it like this. Yes. Alright, so we need another iron chest. You are going to go to make the science packs. You are going to make the gear wheels. I'm going to stick a chest right there. And I'm going to need 2 inserters. Actually, we're going to need a 3rd inserter. We're going to take out of that chest, put there. We're going to take out of that chest and put there. We're going to take out of that chest and put there. And actually, we're going to need a 4th inserter. Alright, so this is going to feed in here. Like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put copper and iron in the same chest. And then it'll take the iron, feed it here, turn it into gears, and then feed it back here. Take the copper from here, feed it into here. Then take the science packs and feed it across this way. And if we make the science packs faster than we actually use them, they'll build up in the chest. Alright, we give it some power. And there it goes. So all we need to do is we just need to come over here and make sure we keep this chest filled with resources, and we can make science. Now, ultimately, we're going to want to feed it automatically, but for now, that will work. Now we can also worry about what we're going to be doing with all of this stone. Couple things we can do, but we are actually at the end of the episode. Oh, you don't have power. Hold on. There we go. Now you have power. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to end this episode here. We got our first little bit of automation going. We have some electrical power. And we're off and running. So, we'll see what we can do to advance our base next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.